I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this. I'm just having a conversation with you today. Hello and welcome. It's lovely to be with you again. This week, I posted last week's video yesterday, which was a Monday. I usually try to have it done latest by Saturday night. Didn't get that chance. My edible lupins, they've sprouted, they've germinated, so it's time to put these on. But because I have no space, you know what I'm gonna say, I'm putting them in the seeds now. Why didn't I just do that to start with? Well, because when I did sow them, I didn't have any compost, so I used the little bit I had. Now I've got a little bit of compost. I'm going to make another one, but that's not what I'm going to show you today. I mean, you've seen how I do the seed snails. That was in the last one. Yeah, I thought, what am I going to show you this week? There's nothing to show you that's new, except for a few things that have survived. My purple sprouting broccoli cuttings are surviving so far. So are the greyhound cabbage transplants. They're surviving. So is the dill. Oh, the broad beans need planting out, transplanting. Very soon. Yeah, hang on a second. They are desperate to go out in the beds. There's some silver skin onions that desperately need to go out. I have some Turkish sage here that need potting on. But again, I got not enough space for pots. So I am just going to have to make more seed snails. No choice in the matter. Space wise, gotta be done. Okay, this seed snail is going to be too long for that, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got 10 there. No, it'll go in here without having to be transplanted. Right, anyway, so what am I going to say? Other than having done all the beds that I spoke to you about in the last video, I've covered everything with blue netting, the construction netting, to keep the very cute little neighborhood cats out of my beds. I spotted, you saw it in the last video. Anyway, so lots to do. I bought another rose a couple of weeks ago. It needs planting out desperately. I bought some seeds. I grew these, oh, it's got to be about, when we had the allotment, when was that? Gosh, that's about 12 years ago. I grew electric daisies or toothache plant 12 years ago. Really nice to grow, but I wanted to do them again, but this time specifically for a medicinal, for my apothecary cabinet. Yeah, so I'm be doing them again first. So I'll be doing those. I've got flowers. Oh my gosh, I have got so many flower seeds that need planting, and this is today's lot. Think I'm going to be getting done with all of that? I'm just going to make my way through. Whatever I don't do today, I'll do tomorrow, because I have I did a few hours of business work this morning. I'll be doing, because there's not any school runs today, I thought jump straight in. So a couple of hours of work, couple of hours I'm spending on the seed sowing, and then the supper, and then I'll spend a couple of hours clearing out in the downstairs bathroom again. All right, oh my goodness, I need more space. Today I had to sort out one extra, an ebook, as the ebook is the one I used for the introduction to Suburban Self-sufficiency workshop. It's a 23-page mini manual. So that is up and live now on my Shopify shop. Don't forget, I'll put the link to that in the description box below. So I finally feels like I have got quite a few products up on Shopify in this specific topic. And I feel like I've achieved what I needed to there. Now it's the time to share and invite and offer to people and just let you know where to find it. That's all I'm gonna do, because I'm not a salesy person. I don't like direct sales. Cannot stand it. Cannot stand it. I need to make a living and be independent. So I've got to do what I've got to do. So please be patient with me when I let you know where what is, and you could help me out by sharing the video or letting other people know where to find it. Okay. Oh, and signing up to my Shopify email list so that I can let people know when what's ready, and there's a newsletter I shall be doing as well. I'm not ready for that yet. I think I'll start that nearer the summer to prepare people ready for autumn. But everything seems a bit too little too late now, doesn't it? But it isn't. I'm struggling to gather my thoughts because, hang on, where's my tab? Gonna have to wait for the alarm to go off on my phone for the timer, because I've got bread in the oven, so I might have to dash off again in a mo. Might be a bitty video. Anyway, so I made a few videos, I think somewhere around 2015. I'll have to go back and check, saying how I felt it was very urgent that we need to up our self-sufficiency game, our resilience game, you know, to do a bit more skills building and how to be resourceful, to make do and mend, to do all of that stuff. So at least in something I am still consistent in that has not changed in my goals. And I had set out to encourage people gently, because I don't like pushing people, I don't like doom and gloom, I don't like putting pressure on people to do something, because it's against human nature to be pressured to do anything. We tend to procrastinate more when we're pressured to do anything. I've been trying to encourage people for years to get self-reliant, and eventually there comes a point where you're gonna just have to sit back and throw your hands up, because you've done all you can. If nobody listens, nobody wants to know, because they can't see it, they can't experience it. I mean, right now, as we can see obviously that it has since February, and we were told over a year ago about the date that it was planned for. It was all planned, it wasn't random. It was planned for the end of February, and then there's another planned for come April. So watch that space. And people are still, for most people of us here, not, you know, sitting far away from the front line. To us, it just seems like it's a headline. And like the last one in the Middle East might feel to a lot of us, oh, we're not going to see it, it's not going to be on our back door. It happens abroad, it's not happening here. Well, we will see it very soon, and it won't necessarily be frontline. It will be the consequences of a frontline. What could those consequences be? I don't have to tell you. Loads of people already have. There are plenty of channels out there that keep a up-to-date check on these things. I do not. I don't watch mainstream television because I think they're all liars. I don't watch live television. I don't watch the news because you cannot trust a single thing you're told on the news. I do not have any confidence in mainstream news to tell the truth about anything. Oh, look at the nice root on that one. That's what I was saying. Where was I? Trying to get a few more of these lupins in here. Let me spread them out a bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's at a point where we say, it's not nice to say, I told you so, so I won't. My job is not to be a doom and gloom monger. My job is to offer solutions, and that's what I do. And I've always said, if we already live our lives in such a way and in our homes that we do foster these time-old life skills, because that's what it is, it's life skills. To know how to manage your home and garden so that it serves you and the household, to manage your finances so that you are free from the bonds of debt and the consequences of that, to manage your health so that you can continue as long as possible to be able to look after yourself and your household. These are just general life skills, and we need them at any time in life, through any situation. And if you're already living like that, then should a time come when shit hits the fan, excuse my language, you're already in a position to be able to respond instead of react. So that's what I try to do, get people to a point where they can respond to these things in life, not just react, so that their responses are calculated and more helpful. My job is to just give you tools. Now, those of you who've been with me quite a while might look around my garden and say, you're not exactly self-sufficient. And that depends on your idea of what the word self-sufficient means. If you're thinking to produce all your own food and resources yourself from your land, then no, I live in the suburbs. I'm not going to be producing everything we eat and use. There's not enough time in the day, let alone space in a suburban garden. Hang on, let me do these roots. I don't want to damage them. Oh, so encouraging when they've got such lovely lush roots. There you go. Edible lupins planted up. Now I can use this tray for something else. Oh, by the way, I have, oh, that's a seed. Where did that go? What is that? Don't know. Anyway, I sowed some seeds in some trays, put it on the windowsill, and lo and behold, by the weekend, a cucurbit of sorts popped up in one of the seed trays. I sowed seeds, but I do remember leaving a seed in there thinking, oh, if it was going to grow last year, it would have grown. There's no chance it would survive this year. Yeah, right. It germinated. It's funny. You deliberately sow something, nothing happens. You don't deliberately sow something, and it germinates. That's just ironic. Moronic. Right, now I've got a tray for some starts, and I think I'm going to put my electric daisies in there. And because they're so tiny, I think I'm going to just broadcast them in here and cover them lightly with a little bit of light compost. Ooh, they are just so tiny, the seeds. Really tiny. They're like, oh, what? My phone hasn't gone off. I can smell the bread. Yeah, I want lots of electric daisies because I want to grow not just to harvest for herbs, but also to save seed for next year. Right, where's my electric daisy label? I made one. I have made labels this year. Oh, fiddlesticks. I have actually made labels this time round. So hopefully this year round I shall know what I've planted. There are some things that I don't know, obviously. Oh, I have also sown some very old traditional British vegetables. I don't know whether they originated here or not. Probably not. Mangel-wurzels. Big, giant, Swede type vegetables, root vegetables. It's called red giant, so it's gonna be a big one if I grow them properly. I have seen people with smaller ones, but I have seen a lady with like a 2-foot one and about that thick. So I mean, one of those would feed us a month. So technically, if I want some mangel-wurzels throughout the year, and I'd have to grow them spaced out so they don't all grow at once and need harvesting at once, because how the heck do you store them, and for how long would it store in the freezer, unless of course you vacuum seal it before you put it in the freezer once it's blanched. I might have to do that, but that's not resilient, because if, as they promised us back before 2020, they were going to think about load shedding on energy. They were talking about it back then already. And of course now it's time to implement said plans they were drip feeding us back then. So yeah, load shedding. I know a freezer should still be alright for at least 7 hours after the power goes off. But if anything else happens that's not planned load shedding and energy goes off, or the freezer breaks down. I mean, I've had that a very long time, and even though I've got insurance on the freezer, how long will it take for them to get me another freezer? So yes, I think if I plan on keeping some in the garden, because you can eat the leaves of them as well, as far as I know, so that's a secondary vegetable, and just make sure that I leave at least one in the garden to grow the seeds from for next year. I could ferment some the way you would any other vegetable fermenting. Dehydrate some, although I'm not a fan of dehydrated. If I had a freeze dryer, now that would be an option, but I don't. Anyway, so it's finding ways of growing enough for a year, but remembering how to spread out the growing so that you don't harvest all at once, and so that you don't have to try and preserve as much. Because how would I preserve mangel-wurzel? I presume it's a bit like a Swede or a turnip or a kohlrabi or one of those brassicas, so probably more like a carrot or something like that. Oh, butternut. I think I'm just going to put the butternut in because they need to go out like yesterday. Oh, it smells so good. See, I'm not a survival homesteader because I cook from scratch. The whole neighborhood's gonna know if I'm baking bread. I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this. I'm just having a conversation with you today. Just to say, I still feel like I always have, that it's been urgent to get our self-sufficiency, our self-reliance, and our homes and gardens in order, so that we could live in a way that if anything does happen, and it has, then we can carry on. And no, you're not going to carry on regardless and the same as you were before, because you still need to adapt and engage the situation, adapt to what's needed at the time. You can't say, oh, we won't notice and we can just carry on as usual. Yeah, you will be noticing, and you can't carry on as usual because you need to adapt. Things change. So yeah, it's best to start early, and then when it does happen, or you do need it, whatever it is, where, you know, as I've always said, it could be any life event, normal life event, life happens event, like losing a job, the plumbing burst in pipes, and the boiler packing up, things like that. And then, yeah, you won't be carrying on as normal until things are repaired or replaced. And so you need a backup. You need to be adaptable. That's my point. Yeah, I'm getting pretty used to the seed snail thing, and I'm not needing as much preparation now because I've kind of figured out what it is I'm doing and my pattern that works for me. And I'm liking the old compost bag use for the seed snails. Yeah, I've been chatting to you for the last like 10 minutes, and it appears I didn't turn the blinking camera on. That doesn't have holes in. Ceramic one, that will do. Then it can go on the windowsill without a worry about getting anything wet. Right, time to go sort out that bread, shall we? And I'll wash my hands. Oh, my edible lupins, you look healthy and happy. Please stay that way. Yes, I talk to my plants. Oh. Yes, so that's a nice loaf. Lovely, lovely. Oh, that's okay. It's the second use for this greaseproof paper. Yes, I reuse my greaseproof paper because if I'm making bread, there's nothing really on it. Look at that. That's a homemade bread. This is my sourdough bread. Oh, that's bubbles, that's soft inside. It's taken me ages to figure out how to do sourdough bread soft and light, because sometimes it can be so heavy. I mean, one slice is like having 3 slices of normal bread. Right, now I have my reused bin liner, recycling bin liner. We don't, our council don't use them anymore, so I'll make them last. Put it over the top of the tea towel just to moisten the top crust, because I cannot stand a top crust that cuts the inside of your mouth. Right, back outside. I'm just going to get some of those parsnip seeds sown in the bed. be on the packet that I dropped on the floor. Off of here, make sure they're wet. There you are, parsnips sown. Oh, just listen to those birds. I think that's about it. That's a wrap for this week. Do let me know if you found any value in today's video. I'd love to hear from you. My mushroom log, probably in too much sunshine. But at least it's not going to dry out here. It's lovely, just beautiful. So this is one project. I'll be sorting this bed out here and there in between the trees. So something exciting coming there soon. Okay, lovely people, you wonderful folk. Thank you so much to those who've been commenting and having conversations with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your contributions and sometimes your insights and your experience. Thank you for liking. And for those of you who've not yet subscribed, because analytics say over 90% of my viewers are not subscribed, it is free to do. So if you hit that subscribe button, that will really help me a lot as well. And don't forget to share it. Feel free to share it. Right folks, gotta go. Supper to cook, and I will speak to you again next week. Have a good week. Enjoy the sunshine while it lasts and make the most of it. Let me know how you're getting on with your own self-sufficiency.